Hello everyone, and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. We are doing a twin flame read today. If your divine masculine or other half of your twin flame is a Scorpio. Okay, it is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Okay. So in the All Signs overview I done for this particular round of reads, the card what came out for your runners was an Ace of Cups. Okay, sounds good, doesn't it? They have an Ace of Cups. It might not be for you. They might still be trying to find you in other people and things. So let's have a look what the cards tell us. Commitment, along with the Ace of Cups. This is looking even better. And the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my god, this is going to be fairy tale-like, isn't it? Okay, so if you are new to tarot, the Ace of Cups is a lot of love, a new love to give, okay? It's like new beginnings in love. The Four of Wands is like a commitment card. It's marriage, it's celebrations, it actually, book meaning is like the celebration of life, death, birth, marriages, and every sort of anniversary in between. But it's also seen as the 1111 card. If you follow angel numbers and the things like that, you can always Google it up. Have a look at what 1111 means. It's the minor arcana of the world. It's a new start card. The Ten of Pentacles. It's an ending card because it's a 10. It means it's going on to something else, normally like the Ace of Pentacles, but it can be any beginning whatsoever. And it's like having the perfect life, the Ten of Pentacles. Again, the book meaning of the Ten of Pentacles is an abundance of wealth, generational wealth, so enough money to go on to your children and your grandchildren, so they don't really have to worry for money either. So that's the book meaning of it. But in sort of love reading terms, it is like you have it all. You've got your life together. Everything is perfect. Perfect person, perfect situation, perfect environment, perfect everything. It's like having the works. Okay, so there we go. The spread is out. That's how they are thinking about you at the moment. That's how they are feeling about you. That's basically 3D, 5D. Okay, what you see in the real world, what's happening in the spiritual world. Just there is what actions they would like to take towards you, and just here is what's blocking them. Okay, now I don't know. I don't have a blank card in my tarot deck, which from the cards we got out, an Ace of Cups from the overview, four wands, and a Ten of Pentacles in the split. There shouldn't be anything here. There really shouldn't be anything here, but there is, because you're watching a tarot read about it, not actually taking action with this person. So, the Hanged Man, they are... Oh, there's a split in the energy here. Some of them are waiting for you. Okay, for whatever reason, they believe that you're the one that run from them. They believe that, I don't know, they think that you should come to them because they are a little bit up their own arse or something like that. But for the other lot of you, it's a case of they've started to look at everything differently. They've like had a spiritual awakening, and they're starting to look at the world differently. Where once upon a time they just used to see a bird fly by, now they see a sign. When they just saw a registration plate on the back of a car, they now making words out of it, and that sort of thing. So yeah, okay, we'll see where the energies go with that one then, shall we first? Obviously, I kind of put my balls on the line a little bit when I do my twin flame readings when it comes to tarot reading, because all the cards are sitting there. Okay, it's not like I'm pulling the cards out and getting extra energies coming off the other ones. I am getting energies coming off them. Okay, I feel that that's not a bad card. I said it should be blank. I said I don't have a blank card in my tarot deck. And off the top of my head, I can't even think of one which basically comes up as a blank energy, if that makes sense. But we will see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is appropriate cards for thinking. This is how they're thinking about you. The Queen of Swords is, they are, again, for some of them, they are being cold and detached. The ones which are cold and detached are the ones which are waiting for you. Okay. They're being, it's almost like they're trying to keep emotions out of it, and they're trying to think of it all practically. With the Knight of Swords, for both sides, the Knight of Swords is the same thing. They're thinking about actually coming towards you and talking to you. Yeah, so for the ones who are hanging around, they're actually getting to the point where it's like, well, if they're not going to come to me, I'm going to go to them. Okay. For the other side of them, the ones which are looking at everything differently, they know the truth. And they know they haven't acted upon that truth. Okay, then that's the realization they've had. And then again, the Knight of Swords is, they want to come in and talk to you about it. And they want to, they're chomping at the bit. I'm seeing the horse. The horse is chomping at the bit, and it wants to come in, and it wants to chomping on the bit actually comes from horse terminology. I don't know. Someone said it out there. What's that mean? It comes from horse terminology. All the bridle and tack and everything what goes on a horse, and they're in between, or in the horse's mouth, there is a gap between the teeth, between like the back teeth, and we put what's called a bit in there, which is a bit of metal which is linked up to the rest of the reins and everything else, and the horse kind of gnaws on it a little bit when it's wanting to run and things, or when it is running and things, and that's where chomping on the bit comes from. Okay, so the horse is chomping on the bit. It wants to charge off. It wants to come running in. I kind of get the feeling that the Knight ain't so sure. The Knight thinking maybe just a little bit longer, but the horse being the vehicle of power, is a representation of power. It's, after all, like, we still measure cars and lorries and things in horsepower. That's the representation of the universe sweeping them along. Okay. Crossing this is the Five of Wands. Okay. Now, this could be they're feeling tested. They're feeling like, not pressured, but almost like, this is my final exam. Yeah. If I don't get this meeting right, my life is ruined. Okay. Just like sometimes in your final exam, it's like, if I don't get this exam right, I don't know what I'm going to do. I won't be able to get into the right university, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So, and underneath that was the Four of Pentacles. An element of fear and greed. They're hanging on to something still. There's another energy there hanging on to. Oh, no, lo and behold, we got that Four of Wands out again. Well, yeah, that's a reasonably good card to have in your soul area for this. They, in their soul, their 5D, they want to commit. What they are feeling towards you is commitment. Okay. In some cases, marriage. In others, just literally, just coming in and making a go of it. So let's have a look at this one then. The Tower, the Devil. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm gonna say off the bat here, don't worry too much about the devil. The devil's falling out of the tower. Okay, this commitment they're feeling on the inside is literally shaking their foundations. Hang on a second, I've just got to clear my throat. Right, eyes back. I'm not wheezing as much now either. So, yes, the tower is like the breaking of the foundations. They sort of like, in their soul, they were sort of set that maybe they're not going to do anything until you make some sort of show, you make some sort of effort. Okay, but their soul has finally succumbed, and it's like, no, if I want this, I'm going to have to commit to this. Okay, and this is breaking like the soul's resolve, so to speak. And the devil there is, well, the devil in a soul energy type context is not so much, it's more of an obsession. Okay, your soul is, or their soul is obsessed with yours. It's drawn towards yours. It needs your soul, a bit like a drug. Okay, it's almost like addicted to you. I'm just drawn to those two cups in the middle there. In the 5D, you two are already mixing. Okay, you're together. That's an indication of that. You're actually already spiritually married to each other. It is possible that you dream of this person a lot, or at least sort of wake up maybe thinking of them. And it's probably because you just spent a whole sleeping cycle actually with them. Okay, sharing information about each other's lives and what's happened during the day, because you're not doing it in the 3D. Okay, the Temperance is also angel energy, which is going to negate that devil energy there quite nicely. It's just, yeah, it's kind of like your soul is like, well, I've waited this long, I can wait a little bit longer, but I want it now. I'm ready for it now. Okay, so Jesus. Okay, so the 10 of Cups coming out for what actions they want to take. They want to bring you unbelievable love. Okay, unimaginable love. I'm not entirely sure they know how to go about doing this, but that's what they want. They want to bring you everything you've ever dreamt about in a relationship. I'm actually getting full-on commitment there. Absolutely everything. It's like that 10 of Pentacles we had, which is the Happy Ever After card, and all that. This one is sort of just like more on an emotional, loving level. It is complete fulfillment. They want to be stable. They want to bring you stability. They want to bring you financial stability. Firstly, because the Queen of Pentacles is financially stable. She is quite comfortable. Yeah, she looks quite comfortable there, don't she? She is quite comfortable within life. She has what she needs. Your person is kind of thinking, your Scorpio is kind of thinking that I don't actually need them in my life. I want them in my life, if that makes sense. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of happy wherever she is. And I'm not saying that your person is a she. It's just a queen. It's a she. Okay. If she's single, she's happy being single. But if she was in a relationship, she wouldn't mind that either. If she's working, she's happy with where she works. If she's not working, she's got enough finances not to worry about it. Okay. She's a very successful person. She's very loving and nurturing as well, though. And they want to work on this. They want to work together on the situation with you. Okay. Crossing this is the telltale signs of what might be blocking this. Okay. I have been expecting a a wand coming up somewhere. I was expecting it a little bit sooner, but this is what might be blocking this. The fact that they're not actually showing the outside world this. This is almost like an extension of this. I want the commitment. I want the marriage. I want everything. I want to bring you everything. But it's a want, not a need. They don't need you. They want to. But they're not showing everyone else this. They're keeping it quiet. They're keeping it on the down low. And why are they keeping it on the down low? Okay, because of a Page of Swords. Okay, so let's see what the Page of Swords is about. As I said, it's not an overly bad card. It's just there is someone else. Okay, I feel there's someone else dependent on them. Now, this could be a child. Maybe they have a child with someone else, and for whatever reasons, this child is dependent on this person, and they feel that they can't just like abandon this child in the situation they're in. It could be all sorts of things. It could be like a protector complex they have, where they think that they need to be in this relationship to protect this child from the other person. Obviously, I feel that they can't take the child with them when they go, so it's possibly not their child. It might be someone else's, and they can't. If they left the relationship, they couldn't take the child with them. Okay, so let's have a little look. See the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, so here we go. And more wands. I said I was feeling wands coming up, and I said there'll be some sort of blockage with wands in here. Now, they kind of have this one-track way of thinking when it comes to this child. Okay, this child, as I said, it could be anything. The child might be disabled. The child might be, as I said, sort of maybe vulnerable somehow. Perhaps its biological parent is mean and cruel to it, I will say. And your person feels like they're its protector, this knight in shining armor. Okay, the only knight out on the table today, and it's the one in shining armor. And the one equipped to defend and fight off things with a sword. And then there is another sword there. So there is kind of like a link to them. But perhaps it might not even be a partner's child. Maybe it's a relative's child. Okay, maybe your person is an uncle or an aunt to this child, and this child may not necessarily, I keep saying child, this child might be like 18. Okay, sort of coming out of what we would deem as childhood, going into adulthood, but still, they just think this one thing: I can't leave them alone. I can't leave them alone. I can't leave them alone. And it's like coming up against a brick wall and thinking you can't get round it because you weren't paying attention until you walked into it. And once you walked into it, you're so close to it, you can't see any way round it. Now, if you walk back away from the brick wall, you will see that there's ways round the brick wall. Or it's a bit like not being able to see the forest for the woods. Okay, or for the trees. I think the actual saying is not being able to see the woods for the trees. Okay. And because you're in the thick of all the trees and the trees are surrounding you, all you can see is trees and trees everywhere. You can't see a forest. But if you walked up the field going towards the forest, then you would see a forest. Okay? And as you get closer and into it, then that forest turns into just trees. Talking about forests and trees, there we have them all. 10 of them, in fact. The wands. It's a burden for them. This way of thinking, this child within their life is a burden for them. It's not just stopping them from coming towards you, it's stopping them from doing lots of things that they would like to do. Okay, it might stop them from having that perfect job they've always dreamt of. It might stop them from having, well, anything they want. on a personal level in life. But somehow it's also a thing what generates the wealth within their life. And it could be just that they're hanging on to, but that's just a tiny amount of you viewers who've got a runner like that. Crossing this is the world. It is a new start. I feel that's what they're waiting for, a new start. Yeah, they're waiting for a new start and some sort of justice to have their new start. Literally, our justice is sandwiched there by two new starts. The Fool comes after the World in the tarot. That is 21. That is 0, which suggests that there is a new journey to be had soon. And wait, actually, I will just quickly put them back out there. Who's the new journey to be had by? The Emperor. Okay. Oh, in their like visions of the future when it comes to love. So it's a bit of a waiting game. Like Temperance over there in their soul. Yeah. They know they have to wait. They know they can't come towards you yet. Okay, and I think they deep down they're just hoping that you will still be there when they do. Well, I'm not sure if I actually remember telling you what that card in the middle was for. This would be the outcome. The universe is kind of hoping things will go. They're hoping that your person will make a decision. Okay, it's a difficult decision. Sometimes some tarot readers will call it a card of recognition. Yeah, not recognition. I can't think of the right word. I want to say consolidation now. It's not consolidation either. Basically, it's a decision about coming and putting things right, apologising to someone, making things better. Okay, reconciling. Is that the right word? I don't know. Right. So let's see what this is about then. The Knight of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Well, okay, I can see why that's come out. Okay, and the Queen of Cups. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is basically the choice to step up to the next level. Okay, I feel stepping up to the next level is leaving this person. Okay, it could also be, again, this is for a few of you. Now this King of Swords has come out, and we've literally got the whole suit of swords coming out, or the whole court card. All the court cards of the swords come out with that king. This could be their inner child. Their inner child is blocking them. There is some sort of blockage from their childhood, which is causing them not to commit. Okay, perhaps when they were young, its own parents lived together but were never married, and then they finally got married, and not long after getting married, that's when life went all downhill for them, and that's why they're not wanting to commit to this. Okay, but there is a progression going from a page to a knight. A page is a young sort of knight in training, and then it gets to a knight. Now, a knight might, and quite often would, meet a queen and could take a liking to a queen, marry a queen, and become a king. Okay? Not everyone in tarot terms sees a progression like that some way or another within the court cards. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, younger, middle-aged, so old sort of thing, female, male. And so it's sort of like a younger person, sort of like early 20s, maybe 30s, maybe 50s, or maybe 50s, and the queen and king is either female or male. There are lots of different ways people interpret all these things, but I try to keep a way of thinking out of it when I do my readings. I try to just read the cards as they are, as I feel them as they come out. Okay, I do feel a link. This is for some of you, that is their inner child, and their inner child is trying to level up to become the king it needs to be to pair up with you. This is how they're thinking of you. They think of you as a Queen of Swords, okay? And they want to be your King of Swords. And this is the decision they're trying to make. Do I take that step out of my comfort zone and man up and become a King of Swords? Driving this is an inevitability. They know that eventually they will have to do this, okay? Just the same as eventually the sun will rise after the night. Eventually the rain will stop and the sun will come out again. Eventually, there's a big eventually we all have, and we all share this, and it's the only thing in the world that we all have in common, other than the fact that we are all earthlings and we are all people and things like that, is we're all going to die. Eventually, I will die. We know this, and that's what this card sort of represents there. Not that they're going to die, but they will at some point. We all do, yeah. But it's going to happen at some point. But it is going to happen. The other thing what's driving this king, or becoming a king, is the Queen of Cups. So basically, in time, they will become the king. Once they become the king, they will then be more openly emotional. Yeah, that Queen of Swords, I said, I know I've changed the meaning a couple of times on that, but there were multiple meanings what come off cards. Normally we just stick with one or two of the strongest ones, but I have delved into a few of the other ones. I said they're sort of a bit cold and emotionless. Yeah, then they're keeping their emotions out of their thinking. They're trying to do all this from a practical point of view. Once they become the king, once they level up, once they realize the truth about it all and then start acting upon that truth, they are going to realize that I need to talk to you on a love level. Okay, I've got to tell you how I feel. I've got to express myself. And that's what they're going to start doing with that Queen of Cups. Crossing that is the Six of Wands. Recognition for one's hard work and victory. Okay, they are finally going to get their victory. You're going to finally get your victory. It is a waiting game. What I would suggest to you is not to put your life on hold. Carry on with your life as it is. But you just have to remember that it's not going to happen tomorrow. Okay? It might not happen for another year or two. It might happen in a few days. You're all on different timelines. We're all going to the same destination. We're all just taking different roads and different modes of transport, and we're going to all hit it at different times. Okay? So that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. If it doesn't, as I said at the beginning, don't worry about it. This just isn't your read. Yeah, maybe you do have a Scorpio runner, but perhaps they act more like a Aquarius. Okay? And I know that was bad grammar. A Aquarius is not such a word or way of speaking. An Aquarius. So, yeah, this is just not your read. If this doesn't resonate with you, but you do have a Scorpio runner, check out some of the other tarot reads I do, or maybe some other tarot readers tarot read. The other thing you can do is go back, look on my All Signs overviews. I do check out all the cards I put out. Any card that felt strong for you and what you feel like you resonate with, check that one out. I can tell you off the top of my head, maybe a Sagittarius. Sagittarius had the Tower out. Maybe a Pisces, because Pisces had the Knight of Pentacles out. I'm just looking through my little list to see what other ones may be working for you. Off the top of my head, I feel like someone's just watched this and they're thinking, well, this is nothing like what I'm going through. And for some reason, I'm feeling the Justice card as well. So maybe check out Leo's. Okay. Yes, they might be a Scorpio. That might be the only bit of water they have in their entire birth chart. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, as I said, fantastic. Thank you very much for subscribing if you have subscribed to my channel. Without your subscriptions, I would never have got to the place I am now with these videos. Talking about that, thank you very much, because between you and all the other people who watch my channel, I've managed to get 3,000 watch hours under my belt. Another little YouTube achievement. Doesn't really mean too much. It does open a few options for me on the actual channel itself. Like I can now have super thanks on my channel. I can now have super stickers and things like that when you in the lives, if you ever watch other people's lives and you see the little super stickers pop up. Yes, I can now do that within my channel as well. Yeah, so thank you very much. It's just a milestone. It's just a YouTube milestone, which is great. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will catch you all on the next video you watch.